A deadline is now set for prosecutors to turn over evidence against the man who is accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students last year.
KREM 2 Shannon Mowdy explains the decision that came down in a Latah County court this morning. Shannon?
Now, this all revolves around a huge piece of the case, investigative genetic genealogy, which the state says was used to develop the first leads that pointed to suspect Bryan Kohberger. In what could signal a win for the defense, Latah County Judge John Judge says the state must turn over all investigative genetic genealogy, or IGG, material by December 1st.
I'm asking to look at all this because I can't make informed decisions if I don't.
The judge wants to review it all privately to determine what to turn over to Bryan Kohberger's defense team. In an October 25th order, he ruled they showed at least some of that material is essential to building a case. Citing filings from prosecutors, the judge says the FBI used a DNA profile found on a knife sheath at the scene, uploaded it to public genetic databases, and used social media, birth and death certificates, and other public info to build a family tree, which later led to Kohberger. The defense has asked for all the info on how investigators did this testing.
But I think that there's missing information from the Othram profile that we have. I'm hoping the court gets it, and I certainly understand that the court needs to see everything to make a decision. My hope is that everything includes communication so that you can follow the path of what happened.
The state has argued the FBI didn't directly compare DNA from the sheath to Kohberger's DNA, and the genetic genealogy testing won't come up at trial. Prosecutor Bill Thompson voiced concern the defense has false assumptions.
There are items that she thinks ought to be there that do not exist. But I don't think that the lawyers ought to get into this guessing game of what should and shouldn't be there, particularly since it is our position defense has a fundamental misunderstanding of the difference between SNP profiles and traditional DNA comparisons and how that process works.
We are not trying to mislead the court. We have been absolutely clear, and we've relied on Department of Justice policy in our expectations.
Thompson says he's already notified the FBI it needs to turn over everything it has.
Let's start where we know we have things, and then we can go from there.
But Thompson warned it could take a month to get the FBI documents, as a request has to go through the bureaucracy of the Department of Justice. Now, there's no timeline on how long this review may take the judge. As we heard from prosecutors before, it's a lot of material. For now, a trial date is indefinitely delayed. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.